Now that we are back to the screen, the first thing I'm gonna do is to log in with my Pabbly subscription billing account. And as you can see, I have already logged into my account, so I'll just go to the subscription section. And here you can find the option to add the subscription manually. So just click on it. Now as soon as you click on it, the first step you need to do is to select the customer for which you want to add the subscription manually. So select the customer which is listed here. And let's take a case in which your customer is not listed here. So what you can do, you can just follow the basic step, just click here and add the basic detail of that customer, like its first name, last name and the email ID. And after saving it, when you go back here, the customer email ID will appear here. But for now, let's say I'm going to select the customer, that is aidin717@inboxkitten.com. Now here you can see a checkbox, and when you click on it, that basically means an email will be sent to the customer notifying him that you have been subscribed to this plan. So for that you can just check or uncheck this box. Now we're going to select our product here. So let's say our customer, this customer has paid the amount for our newspaper subscription. So we'll just select the product here. Now as soon as we select the product, we can select the plan from here. We have created two plans for this particular product, that is a yearly plan and the per month plan. So let's take a per month plan case. And now when you click on it, you can see you can even enter the price manually here. We have already fixed the price, that is $100 per month, but we have the option to edit the amount manually as well. So let's say instead of charging $100, I'm going to charge this customer $80. I can even add the setup fee here. So now that we have added all the details, it's going to appear in the written form like this. You are adding a subscription plan, that is the per month plan of $80 for this customer. Now talking about the payment term, we have already discussed this while we were creating the plan. So I'm going to explain this in short. Let's say if you select net 15, that basically means your customer has 15 more days to make the payment from the subscription billing date. And same goes with net 30, net 45 and net 60. You have two more options, that is due end of the month or due end of the next month. Here we can select the date on which we want to start the subscription of this customer. We can even add a previous date or the past date. We can even assign him the present date, and we can even add a future date in which we want to start the subscription. Now the next step is we want to add the subscription reason. Why we are adding the subscription of this customer manually. So let's say payment made by the customer in cash. Now the last option you can see here is the payment method. Now there are two payment methods, that is the offline payment or create invoice, and the second option is credit card. Now if you select offline payment or create invoice, a payable invoice will be generated and it will be sent to the customer mail ID to collect payment from him. Or if you select credit card, all the cards that are associated with this customer will appear here and we can just proceed to collect payment from it. Now here you can see no cards found for this customer. So what we can do, we just need to add a new card. So for that you can just click here and it will redirect us to a page. We can just simply share the URL of this page with our customer, and the customer just need to add basic details and his card will appear here. So for this particular subscription, I'm going to select the payment method, that is offline payment or create invoice. Now I'm going to save the data here. Now as you can see, our subscription for this particular customer, that is aidin717, has been added, and we have selected the plan, that is the per month plan for newspaper subscription. Now here you can see the subscription status is pending because the amount has not been paid by the customer yet. We'll go to the invoice section, and here also you can see our invoice has been generated and sent to the customer. Now we'll just go to the customer mail ID to see whether the payable invoice has been received or not. Here you can see we have successfully received the payable invoice, and if we click on it, the customer just need to pay the amount here. All the details of the plan product will appear here, the quantity and the plan description. Now coming back, let's take a case that this customer has made the payment by cash. So what we need to do, we need to record the transaction. So for that we need to click here. Here you can see three options: delete, record payment and collect charge. Now let's say the first option, record payment. Now as soon as you click on it, all the details like the customer name, the mail ID and the plan that we have assigned to him, the amount that we have received, and here we need to select the mode of the payment. So as I've already told you, a case in which we have received the payment by cash, so we just need to select here. And at last we need to add a note why we are adding the subscription manually for this customer. Now coming back, the next option we have here is to collect the charge. So as soon as you click on it, all the cards that are associated with this customer will appear here. And I have already told you the process to add a new card. Now going back here, I'm gonna record this payment. I'll select the mode of payment as cash and I'm gonna write payment received in cash. And at last we'll save it. Now as soon as you save it, you can see the payment made, that is $90. The transaction has been successfully recorded, and here you can find the invoice as paid. Now we'll go to the subscription section here, and the subscription is also live. So that's how you can add a subscription manually for a customer. Try to add a subscription manually, and if you have any problem while doing so, you can just go to the need help section, or you can mail us at admin@pabbly.com. Thank you.